Fondly known as the godmother of community health outreach, Dr. Stanford practiced pediatric surgery until the COVID-19 pandemic hit. She then founded the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium in April of 2020 to provide coronavirus testing in Black communities of Philadelphia, where testing rates were exceptionally low and COVID rates were exceptionally high. This critical, crucial community health service went right to work. The Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium tested more than 25,000 people for the coronavirus, and they administered more than 75,000 vaccines to Philadelphians. Because of this work, Philadelphia was named the top city in the nation for vaccinating people of color in all urban areas of the United States. And just last year, the Dr. Ayla Stanford Center for Health Equity was open to provide important services for healthcare inequities that exist for underserved populations. This trailblazer of Philadelphia, Dr. Stanford, was named a CNN Hero of the Year in 2021 for her tireless advocacy of underserved communities and advocating for the need for quality healthcare. Her award profile includes recognition from Fortune magazine, Forbes, the Pennsylvania Society, the City of Philadelphia, and several medical industry journals as a highlight of her caring spirit and the need to shed light on the scope of her work. In her current role as a U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Regional Director, she ensures that communities across her 6-state region have access to the information and resources they need to stay safe and healthy, with an emphasis on advancing equity in every aspect of care. Dr. Stanford began her college career at opposite ends of the state, with Penn State Abington and Penn State Behrend, where she notably created the Behrend track and field program. Her biology degree from the Eberly College of Science then led her to a medical degree from the College of Medicine. Dr. Stanford is the first African-American female pediatric surgeon to be trained entirely in the United States. She was nominated by Penn State Abington, Penn State Behrend, the Eberly College of Science, and the College of Medicine for her work. And we are proud to recognize her as a Penn Stater who's doing incredible work, not just in Philadelphia and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, but now she's also a global influence on healthcare. Dr. Stanford, it's our privilege to call you our very own and to present you with the Alumni Fellow Award.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you very much, President Bendapudi. And thank you for the nominations from all of my Penn State family. I literally looked at a Pennsylvania map and I picked the place the furthest away from Philadelphia because as a teenager, I was ready to get out of the house. Little did I know that I would be nurtured and I would have the foundation that I needed. And I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life then. But just remember, that was 34 years ago that I started as a freshman at Penn State, at Barron. And I was a little Black girl from Philly at 17 in a place that was so far away and so foreign to me. And I was different, and they were different. But yet and still, I felt supported. We were different, but we respected one another's differences. As I was preparing for this, and my husband is over there and has been on this journey with me, I found this award from Penn State Erie, and it says the Barron College Student Activity Leadership Award presented to Ayla Stanford in 1989-1990. And And I say this to Dr. Ford because someone at Barron 34 years ago saw something in me that maybe everyone else did not see. And then I came to University Park, where I was a Lion ambassador. I was also a Lion ambassador in Barron, so shout out, I was singing the fight song over here. I loved card block. My love of football honestly came from card block and being at the games. And I remember seeing Ray Charles at the theater. I remember when Alex Haley came to Penn State and he talked about the autobiography of Malcolm X. I lived in Bigler and East Halls and pledged Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, which will now be 32 years that I've been a member. And I just felt supported. And again, we were a small fraction, the Black community on this campus. And I still, like I said, we were different. For the first time, I was somewhere where everyone didn't look like me. And for many of the other students, it was the first time that they were seeing someone that didn't look like them. And we figured it out. So what I can say, what Penn State taught me is how to function in both worlds. To function in a Black world, to function in a white world, to function and be able to talk to and interact with anyone who's Indian, who's Latinx, who's indigenous, who's LGBTQ, who's heterosexual, who's whatever, and respect them and listen to them and embody what they may share with me in our cultural differences. And so my charge and what I would say to Penn State is keep doing that, because if you could do it 34 years ago with an unpolished child straight out of North Philadelphia, imagine what you can do with all the students that are coming on this campus. And so I'm grateful for what you gave to me and what you will continue to do for the next generation. And for all the students that are sitting here, we expect all of you to outshine us, because we are. All right.